Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio. Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I'm glad you are joining me today. We are going to do another make for the I Sat on Pinterest series that I've been doing. Where each week I pick a Pinterest pin and I adapt that to use in my journals. And this week I have chosen this pen, which is by Krys Mattesi. Maybe. It's KrysMattesi. And she has made this cute little large tab tuck. It's got some stitching on it. It's got some what appears to be handmade paper or maybe a thick watercolor paper. It's got some fabric. It's got some that looks like Tim Holtz, either Tim Holtz stamps or Tim Holtz paper of some sort. I know that's a Tim Holtz stamp, and it looks like it's on a little piece of brown packaging, maybe a piece of brown paper bag, something like that. And then she has put it on the edge of the page, and she's put a couple of unique little dangles, or actually one. I think that other piece here is on a different page with a grommet. And so what I want to do is I want to keep this basic design. I like it a lot. But I'm going to change the colors up a little bit. And I'm going to make two. I'm going to make one for my project for Sweet Pea Curiosities, which is Paris and Patina and Perfume. And then I want to make one for my Junk Journal Madness journal, which is Marie Antoinette. So we're going to work on both of those and see. And when we get to the stitching, I will pause you, run to the sewing machine, hope that it cooperates, and get a couple lines of messy stitching, and then we'll come back. So I kind of pulled some pieces, and I'm going to move this because it makes the lighting kind of weird in here. So I'm going to move it over to the side. I don't feel like I need to be constantly looking at it for this one. And that will make the lighting of the video a little better. And that might be Mattesi. It has a little slash over the E. We've already had the discussion about my pronunciation of foreign words in a previous video. That's just, with a southern accent, that's kind of difficult to do any kind of foreign language. Okay, so the first one I'm going to make is for my Paris and Patina journal, and I just have a piece of scrapbook paper here that kind of looks like pieces of notebook paper. Pieces of newspaper. And I just kind of eyeballed this, and I cut it 3 inches wide by 6 inches long, just because usually I like the look of having something. Like if I do 3 inches here, I'm going to double the 3 inches, and that's going to be my length. I just think that's more pleasing eye-wise, even though I'm going to fold it in half. That's just the way I do it. So I'm going to, and this is cardstock. I mean, it's not like a paper scrapbook. So it is, I would recommend something a little stiffer for this. Even if you just take a couple pieces of digital, or you have the thinner scrapbook paper and you can double it over, I think you'll be better off. I don't think you want this to be too thin, because it's going to be a page tab and it'll have a tendency to get bent down if it's sticking out of your book a little bit, if it's not as sturdier paper. So I'm just going to fold that kind of in half and even it up, because obviously when I cut it, I didn't cut it very even, which, go figure. So I'm just going to take that little strip off. There, and then I'm going to round the corners. On all four edges. I just think that gives a more of a finished look for this. And then ink it up, because, you know, whoops. Okay, so now we have our little tab that's going to wrap around the sides of the page. And you can't really see the text on this because it's blurred. I think I'm going to do this as the front. Okay, now this is my little handmade paper, so I'm going to ink it up as well. And this is pretty thick. And then I'm going to use this little Tim Holtz stamp and stamp on there. So for this one, I think I'm going to use this Pebble Beach color. Let's see what this color looks like. I think this is going to be the color that I want. Yeah. Okay, so I would recommend, if you're going to use this handmade paper, to use an ink, not an oxide. I have found that it works better than the oxide. The oxides seem to run a little bit more. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so there's my little flower. Again, that was Pebble Beach by Archival. Okay, and then I have this little label that was in my labels. I have no idea whose this is. I just grabbed it because it had the brown kind of sepia border. So it will go right here. And then this is a piece of my canvas material. So I'm going to kind of measure this out. I think I want it to hang over just a tad on each side. So I'm going to cut this and then ravel it. These are going to be really quick as long as my sewing machine cooperates. That could be a different story. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the glue stick and I'm going to kind of run it right down here just to hold my fabric in place. don't think I inked both sides of that. Card there. So I'm going to ink this side as well. If I did, I didn't do a very good job. There we go. And then the little flower's gonna go on here. And again, I'm just gonna put some glue stick on it. Hold it in place. And then put my little 1/4 inch right here. Just like that. And while that one's drying, we'll go ahead and put the other one together, and that way I can go stitch them both at the same time. All right, so there's that one. All right, for this one, I have this from the digital kit that I'm using for my journal, which is by Medieval Mirage, and it is her Marie Antoinette kit. So I'm going to fold this in half. Again, that's probably not cut terribly straight, so we'll straighten it up after I get it folded if we need to. And I picked one of the more neutrals for this particular one because the page that I'm going to put it on is quite busy. So I wanted to kind of do something neutral. Oh, that one's not as bad as the other one was. Okay, so we will round these corners. And ink. So my husband is making dinner tonight. We take turns a lot, and depending on, you know, what we're having or whatever. And he this morning he's doing something in the crock pot. I'm not sure what. And he's a great cook, by the way, so I'm not concerned that it's going to be terrible. But he has sauteed onions and peppers this morning before putting them in the crock pot with whatever he's making. And it smells wonderful. And it's making me very hungry. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to stamp in aged mahogany. And the reason I'm doing that is I want to put a postcard in the tuck. And I have this little kind of burgundy stamp. And I have this little burgundy stone here that I'm going to hang off the grommets. So I want to bring that burgundy color in. So I'm going to use aged mahogany. And again, I'm using the Distress ink, not the oxide. And I'm going to do a practice one over here and make sure that I got all the Pebble Beach out there. Oh yeah, that looks good. I'm crafting in long sleeves, and I know that you all, if you've been here with me a while, know how much I hate that, because my sleeves catch everything and drag it in the floor, and it's so irritating. Usually I don't wear long sleeves to craft, but it was a little nippy up here this morning. I'm sure when it warms up in a little bit, I'll have to go change the shirt, but for now, oh, wonderful. Okay, so we will trim this one down. And I'll keep those little pieces because they definitely can be used for something. Okay, so let's tack this down. You can see how easy these are to make. And if you don't have to do the stitching, I am the world's worst about using my sewing machine. I don't like to sew, but I'm going to attempt it. It's not that I can't sew, it's that I get so frustrated with it. It requires too much perfection. It's kind of like baking. You know, when I'm cooking, I've been cooking for so many years, and, you know, the way my dad taught me to cook is you don't go by a recipe, you go by taste, and you just kind of, you know, throw stuff in there, and when you get it to where you want to be, then it's right. And you know, over the years you've just done it so much, you don't measure anything, you just kind of know. And that's not true with baking. Baking to me is a science that requires much more precise measuring and timing and all that kind of stuff that, yeah, no, don't want to do it. And to me, that's what sewing's like. So I much prefer to be more do things that are more forgiving. I guess that's why I like junk journaling, because in my opinion, you can't make a mistake when you're junk journaling, because you can either fix it or, you know, it's a junk journal and it's not supposed to be perfect in the first place. So all right, so I'm going to, you can see how quickly those came together really quick, and I think they're going to be really, really cute installed. We're going to I'm going to show you the pages I have picked out to put them on and when I get them done. So I'm going to put you on pause, run and do a couple lines of stitching, and I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, I'm back, and this is what we have. I didn't have to fight with my sewing machine too awfully bad. So now what we want to do is put our little grommet right down here. We want to get it as close to this edge as we can without being too close to this edge, because we want to still have a tuck. So we're going to take this little puppy out. Do I want it to go? No, I want it to go through both. Okay. So I think about right there. And then for this one, I'm using gold in both of these because gold matches the little stones that I have. The wrapping that's on the stones is gold, so that was my deciding factor on what color grommet, and gold definitely goes better in the Marie Antoinette journal than any other color would, except for, I mean, I guess you could use antique bronze, but I just think this is gonna be the best option. Oh, I freaked out there for a minute, but it doesn't matter. I was like, oh gosh, did I do that on the wrong one? Well, that doesn't matter because both the grommets are gold and both the pins are gold. So we're going to hook this one on here. Maybe. I said we're going to hook this one on here. Are you not listening, little pin? There we go. So there's that one. Very cute. And then for this one, same thing. I'm going to use the gold. This one is more of a flat gold, but I didn't have two shiny ones, and I don't mind that the one for the sepia journal is not shiny and bright anyway. So okay, and then we're going to this one doesn't want to unhook. The other one didn't want to hook, and this one doesn't want to unhook. So this one I picked kind of a brownish kind of stone to go with our sepia theme. And I got those little charms, whatever you want to call them, at Joann's when they were going out of business and had all their little jewelry pieces marked down. They have this little bag of charms that were all these different stones. So I grabbed some of those. And I haven't really used but a couple of them, but they're really cute. The only thing that I didn't like about them was that they're gold, and I didn't use a lot of gold. But this is a good opportunity to use them. Okay, so this is a postcard from the Marie Antoinette kit. And I want this to be my tuck-in. On my page. So I'm going to ink it up. And then this is an actual vintage stamp. French stamp. You can see it was glued in a album at one time. Or on an envelope. One of the two. It's been glued somewhere. I guess for sure we know it's been on an envelope because it does have a bit of a cancellation stamp on it. Okay. So, I'm going to not put a postmark on that right now because I'm still looking. I know I have a rubber stamp on a block that is a French postmark, and I can't find it. So, I'm going to hold up on stamping it until I find it. So, when it goes on the page, this will go in the tuck. And so we'll have our tuck with our tab, and I think that's really cute. And then on this one, I have this digital, which is a French letter. And I believe these are tailor-made journals that her she has a whole kit of like vintage letters and things like that, and most of them are two-sided. She has a really cool video too on showing you how to age them up and how to fold them and all that kind of stuff. So if you do not follow her, which I'm sure most of you do, go over and check out her YouTube channel. She's a wonderful junk journal creator. I was lucky enough to purchase a journal from her that she made out of a old ledger, like a hardback ledger, and I absolutely love it still. And so yeah, go check her out if you haven't. She has some lovely digitals as well. Okay, so that's just that folded up, and it's just a journaling spot. You can unfold it, it's blank on the back, and it just gives you a place to do some nice hidden journaling. And so I'm going to stick that one in here. So now where I'm going to put them in the journal. So in the Sweet Pea Project journal, I think I want to use this page. We'll see how it looks here. So it would go on the page. Alright, Tammy, quit being all thumbs here. It's not that difficult. Like that. Just like that, and glue down. And then I want to stick this letter in here. And then I also want to stick one of the photographs from the kit, which are adorable. Where's my basket here? Do I want to do her? Oh, she looks quite good there, doesn't she? I might do her. She's facing the right way and everything. Of course, she's really pretty too. Nope, I'm going to do her. Okay, so that's what that page is going to look like. Oh, she's cute too. Except I'm going to edge the picture up a little bit. I think she's a little young to be getting a letter though, so we're going to stick with her. I mean, she could get a letter. Yep, I'm sticking with her. So that's how that will look when I get that all put together, and I think that's adorable. Okay, so that's that one. All right, in the Marie Antoinette journal, I want to use this page, and this page is why I picked out the kind of burgundy color. So this will go over the page this way and become a tab like that. And then this postcard will stick in here. And let's see if we have one of the photos of Marie or something that, oh, I can't put it there. Okay, we're gonna have to go. I can't put it there because I've got my little. Okay, let's see what the other side of this looks like. I won't be able to put it on the other side either, but I can put it on the opposite page, maybe. Oh, can I put it here? That would tie in, too. How's that going to look on the back? If I put it here... Yeah, that'd be alright. I don't think I used that particular paper anywhere else. In here. And I saw that paper and I thought, oh, that's perfect. I didn't even think about flipping it over. Has to be a page without the lace. Nope, that's the only place I've used it. So it's either going to be here. I think this is really my only option. Cooperate. Which is not a big deal. I don't mind it being over here on this blank page because that actually gives a tie-in. Yep, that's my only option. And then the postcard will go there. So, I don't know that any of the pictures of her in the kit have a burgundy color in them, but we'll look here real quick. No, they're mostly pinks and blues. Which doesn't look horrible. I have to fussy cut in cycles because it absolutely kills my hands. I have a small one, but it's not gonna, I mean, I could put it on a postcard. Nope, don't like it. I'd rather have that one I have right there. Okay, I'm going to leave that one there so I can contemplate whether that's what I want. I do like it because it kind of ties in the pinks as well. Alright, so that's our make, our two little tucks. And like I said, those are so simple. And, you know, you could jazz that up a little bit more if you wanted to. Maybe put some gold splatters or gold wax or something like that on it if you wanted. Or you could leave it just like that. I may do some gold wax. No, I like it like that, I think. So yeah, that's our, you know what else I could do? As I'm thinking about it, I have these are out of my French dictionary. I could cut down a page and stick that in there as well. Just to kind of pull that all together. I don't even have to cut it down, do I? Yeah, like that. So we're going to do that, I think. And I forgot to ink this. So I'm going to do that as well. So that's it for this. I saw it on Pinterest. I will quit talking now and tell you guys thanks for joining me, and I hope that you are inspired to create something today and enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys back really soon. Until then, take care. Bye.